The casualty list grows Havertz the latest to fall. The Emirates, once a fortress of invincibility, now echoes with the whispers of concern. The latest blow comes in the form of Kai Havertz's hamstring injury. It's a significant setback for Mikel Arteta's title aspirations. Havertz, a crucial cog in Arsenal's midfield, now joins a growing list of sidelined players. This season, more than most, has thrown up unprecedented challenges for the Gunners. Arteta, though, remains resolute. He acknowledges the loss of Havertz, but emphasises the team's experience in navigating such storms. Throughout the season, Arsenal has been plagued by injuries, forcing them to adapt and evolve. Each absence has been an unwelcome test of the squad's depth and resilience. While the manager remains publicly optimistic, the strain on Arsenal's resources is evident. The absence of key players like Gabriel Jesus and Reiss Nelson had already stretched the squad thin. Now, with Havertz's injury, Arteta faces a selection dilemma ahead of the crucial clash against Leicester City. The international break, often a time for recovery and rejuvenation, has brought little respite for Arsenal. The injury to Havertz serves as a stark reminder of the physical demands placed on players, particularly in a season as congested as this. As the games come thick and fast, the ability to rotate the squad and manage workloads becomes paramount. Despite the adversity, Arsenal's season has been characterised by a steely determination and a knack for finding solutions. Injuries have paved the way for unlikely heroes to emerge, with young talents grabbing their opportunities with both hands. The likes of Emile Smith-Rowe and Eddie Nketiah have risen to the occasion, showcasing their quality and proving their worth to the team. Arteta's ability to galvanise the squad and foster a siege mentality has been instrumental in their resilience. The manager has instilled a belief that every player has a role to play, regardless of experience or reputation. This collective spirit has shone through during challenging periods, with players stepping up and exceeding expectations. The challenge now is to maintain this level of performance as the season enters its critical phase. The title race is as tight as ever, with every point carrying immense significance. Arsenal cannot afford to dwell on their misfortune, but must approach each game with the same intensity and focus that has brought them this far. The coming weeks will be a true test of Arsenal's resolve. With key players sidelined, others need to step up and fill the void. The likes of Martin Odegaard and Gabriel Martinelli will need to shoulder additional responsibility in attack. The defensive unit, marshalled by the ever-reliable Aaron Ramsdale, must maintain its solidity. Amidst the gloom of Havertz's injury, there is a glimmer of hope on the horizon. Ben White, a mainstay in Arsenal's defence, is declared fit for the Leicester clash. However, Arteta is cautious about rushing him back into action, emphasising the need to manage his workload carefully. White's versatility has been invaluable this season, but his recent absence has highlighted the importance of managing his fitness. Similarly, Bukayo Saka, the heartbeat of Arsenal's attack, continues his rehabilitation from injury. The young winger, sidelined for several weeks, is making good progress but remains unavailable for selection. Arteta is keen to avoid rushing Saka back, prioritising his long-term fitness over short-term gains. The return of these two key players will be a major boost for Arsenal as the season reaches its climax. White's defensive solidity and ability to contribute going forward make him a vital asset. Saka's pace, trickery and eye for goal have been sorely missed in recent weeks. However, their return cannot mask the underlying issue of player fatigue. The relentless schedule has taken its toll on the squad, with several players carrying knocks and niggles. Arteta must find a way to balance the need to field a competitive team with the importance of protecting his players' long-term fitness. Standing in Arsenal's way this weekend are Brendan Rodgers' Leicester City, a team rejuvenated under their new manager Ruud van Nistelrooy. The King Power Stadium, once a fortress for the Foxes, has become a hunting ground for the Premier League's elite in recent seasons. However, Arteta is wary of the threat posed by Leicester, particularly under Van Nistelrooy's guidance. The Dutch manager has instilled a renewed sense of purpose and belief in the Leicester squad. There will be no pushovers. Their counter-attacking style, spearheaded by the pace of Harvey Barnes and Patson Daka, could exploit any defensive vulnerabilities that Arsenal may have. Arteta will demand focus and discipline from his players to combat this threat. The midfield battle promises to be intriguing, with Yuri Tielemans and James Maddison pulling the strings for Leicester. Their creativity and guile will test Arsenal's defensive resolve. Arteta will likely task Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey with nullifying their threat. The absence of Havertz will force Arteta to shuffle his pack. The manager could opt for a more pragmatic approach, deploying Mohamed El-Neni alongside Xhaka and Partey to provide added defensive solidity. This would allow Martin Odegaard to operate in a more advanced role, supporting the lone striker.